Iran has said the United States must effectively remove all 800 illegal sanctions imposed, reimposed or relabeled under former President Donald Trump. Tehran says such a measure serves as a ticket for Washington to return to the negotiating table. Iran's foreign ministry spokesman Saeed Khatibzadeh said the Islamic Republic would definitely resume negotiations with the P4+1 group of countries, including Britain, France, Russia and China plus Germany in the Austrian capital Vienna. However, he added, Tehran is still reviewing the details of the 6 rounds of Vienna talks held under the previous Iranian administration. Khatibzadeh said Iran's new administration is currently trying to, quote, find out why the previous talks did not reach a satisfactory phase or a document that all sides will be happy with. He said Tehran is trying to find out the issues that need to be addressed properly in the upcoming talks. The Iranian official said the US is required to remove all the sanctions imposed, reimposed, or relabeled by Trump and ensure that Washington will no longer violate the JCPOA. Khatibzadeh also added the new US administration has not changed its policy towards Iran. The sanctions imposed by the Trump administration are in place right now, and we have not seen any meaningful or great change in their policy towards Iran.
As Richard Haas, the head of CFR, has just recently published in Foreign Affairs, there is no difference in practice in foreign policy of President Biden or President Trump. All of them are doing the same thing when it is more serious, so it's beyond the wordplay that each plays. So the point is that the Americans need to realize that they need to be more practical and they need to be more serious about the negotiations.
Khatibzadeh made the remarks amid a pause in Vienna talks between Iranian and P4+1 delegations on a potential revival of the JCPOA. Back in September, Iran's foreign minister Hossein Amir Abdollahian slammed the US's lack of commitment and Europe's inaction regarding the 2015 Iran nuclear deal, saying the Islamic Republic is ready for result-oriented talks on the agreement's revival that would secure people's rights and interests. Former US President Donald Trump pulled out of the JCPOA in May 2018 and reimposed the anti-Iran sanctions that the deal had lifted. He also placed additional sanctions on Iran under other pretexts not related to the nuclear case as part of the so-called maximum pressure campaign. Following a year of strategic patience, Iran resorted to its legal rights stipulated in Article 26 of the JCPOA, which grants a party the right to suspend its contractual commitments in case of non-compliance by other signatories and let go of some of the restrictions imposed on its nuclear energy program. Meanwhile, the new US administration under President Biden says it wants to compensate for Trump's mistake and rejoin the deal, but it is showing an overriding tendency for maintaining some of the sanctions as a tool of pressure.
So if they want Iran to be back to the table, if they want Iran to be ready to accept the limitations of the JCPOA, they should actually, the Americans and the Europeans, need to realize that they need to meet their own obligations as well. So Iran is actually entitled to benefit economically from the JCPOA and
Tehran insists that all sanctions should first be removed in a verifiable manner before the Islamic Republic reverses its counteractive measures. Meanwhile, a high-level Israeli delegation has visited the US over the Iran nuclear deal. The Israeli team has requested that the United States formulate a backup plan in case Iran does not return to talks.
Regarding other scenarios, there are not much options on the table. The Israeli officials are talking about imposing further sanctions, painful sanctions, such things, which we all know that it's nothing but just some bluffing.
Israel has reportedly called on Americans to levy significant and painful sanctions on Iran if it does not sign the deal. Top US officials have also told Israelis that Washington would pursue other venues if diplomacy fails.